What's going on, guys? 5150 Soldier here, and today I'm bringing you some more Modern Warfare 3 gameplay, episode number 3 of my MOAB with every gun series. And for today's episode, I'm bringing you a MOAB with the P90, one of my favorite submachine guns. I actually like this better than the MP7. I just prefer it. I mean, I know it has more recoil, but it feels like it kills a lot faster, and the recoil is very manageable, and the hip fire on this thing is very monstrous. If you can get specialist bonus or you run steady aim on it, it's basically over for the enemy. So I definitely recommend this setup. This is a slower MOAB because it's like a 4-minute MOAB, somewhere in there, 4 minute something MOAB, due to people leaving. And you'll see people the whole team quits out and then some more people join. So yeah, so it's not because I was camping or anything. Obviously, I never really have camped, and I don't really enjoy camping. It's not my play style. But yeah, hopefully you guys will enjoy this MOAB nevertheless. It was pretty rushy. Like, I'm always in their spawn and stuff. It just sucks that people left out for a while, because then I couldn't find anybody. But yeah, these kids were complete trash. I was trying to go on a gun streak here, but I believe I only got like 29 gun streak or something along those lines. But yeah, man, MOABs are just so much more entertaining to watch than 100 pluses. Like, actually, solo 100 pluses on Black Ops 2 are pretty entertaining to watch, but I'd still rather see a solo MOAB, even though it is easier to get a solo MOAB than a solo 100 plus, just because Treyarch is nerfing all the good guns that pub stompers use, and it really is affecting people who play solo more, because one, they nerfed the whole suppressor thing where you can't use suppressors on SMGs anymore because they just straight up suck ass, and they literally are like the weakest things ever when you put suppressors on them, and that's almost necessary every time when you are playing solo. You almost all the time need a suppressor, at least for me. I'm not sure about you guys, but for me, I know that I always need a suppressor, which really sucks that they made that nerf in the first place, because, you know, obviously it's just ruining the community and making people run support. It's actually contributing to people running support, because then you don't have to use the suppressor when you're running support, because you have people putting up VSATs, counter UAVs, all that kind of stuff that, you know, it's all those support streaks. And it's really frustrating getting gameplay on Black Ops 2 right now, like, beyond the point. Like, I absolutely just hate playing that game right now solo. It's not fun to watch. So I'm glad you guys like and support my Modern Warfare 3 videos, just because you know, it's awesome, because I really do enjoy this game a hell of a lot better. I hope to God that they don't screw up with COD Ghosts. Like, I really am crossing my fingers here, because with every Call of Duty, I've always gone through the cycle where I'm like, yeah, it's going to be awesome, it's going to be this is going to be the new most balanced Call of Duty and all this shit. And then it ends up turning out like Black Ops 2. It's a crap-ass game, and it's just not fun. So those are kind of my thoughts on it. I'm not going to get excited for COD Ghosts, because it could be even worse than this. It seems like the Call of Duties are getting worse and worse as they go. Also, with COD Ghost, I really hope they put in like a MOAB type thing. That would be pretty sweet. The nuclear was pretty weak. I don't really enjoy going for nuclears, and it's not really fun. I think I find it a lot more entertaining when you get specialist rather than a VSAT where you can just sit in a building and pick people off. With this, you actually have to find people and stuff. With the VSAT, it's kind of camping oriented, and also it makes the game end a lot faster. Another thing that I hope they do in COD Ghost is I hope that they don't split the domination things into rounds, because I like it a lot better when it was like this, one solid thing, because it kills your momentum if you it really kills your momentum when you go off to the next round. That's another small thing that kind of bugs me a little bit. But yeah, I don't really have anything else to talk about. On this class setup that I'm using, I usually just run the suppressor and extended mag. Some people like to use the suppressor and rapid fire on it, but you know, that does work too. But oh, sorry, that was my phone. But that does work too, but it's not as effective to me. I think it makes the recoil go up a lot. and as you can see, the recoil on this gun is fairly manageable. I just shot those 2 people from all the way across the map, and as you can see, the hipfire is cheap as hell too. I'm gonna leave in the rest of this gun streak just because, you know, it's more of a gun streak. And what I'm gonna do with this series, by the way, if I'm using a gun like an ACR, like a SCAR or something like that, that's pretty overpowered, then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to get as long as a gun streak as I can, or I'll go for like a double MOAB, so it's more entertaining. So instead of just seeing one single ACR MOAB, I'll go for a double, or like a 60 gun streak or something crazy like that, because I know those are extremely easy to get MOABs with. So I'm gonna try to make this series a little bit more entertaining, a little bit more challenging for me, because you know, obviously those guns are really easy to use, and no one wants to sit there and just see a regular you know, MOAB from an ACR. It's just not entertaining. But anyways, if you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like rating, because it is sexy and it helps me out a lot when you do that. I believe we hit like 14 or 15 likes on the last video, which blew my mind. I don't think I've ever gotten that amount of likes on like almost any video, which is pretty crazy.